Ito ang balita ngayon, trending at pinag-uusapan ngayon sa mundo ng social media. Ang di umano'y balitang kahit ilang beses pilit na siniraan at tila kaliwat kanang pangbabatikos ang gawin sa mga Duterte ng mga ilang mambabatas sa Kongreso at ng kasalukuyang administrasyon ngayon. At kahit anong pilit niyong itago ang katotohanan ay tila walang baho ang hindi aalingasaw. Matapos ang pananahimik, tila nagkalabasan na rin ng buong katotohanan. Ito ang nakakagulat. Actor, politician, dating mayor ng Ormoc at ngayon representative na si Richard Gomez, tila binasag na rin ang katahimikan at matapang na nagsalita at tila tahasang pinatunayan at walang pagdadalawang isip na binasag ang buong katotohanan tungkol sa war on drugs umano ng dating Pangulong Duterte. Actor, politician, dating mayor ng Ormoc at ngayon representative na si Richard Gomez matapang na humarap muli sa ikinasang Committee on Public Order and Safety hearing na isinagawa ng Kongreso at tila nabuking ang data report ni Representative Fernandez na di umano'y hindi pa validated at kumpirmado. Gaano kaya ito katotoo mga kababayan? Ating alamin. Pero bago ang lahat, kung bago ka pa lamang sa aming channel, please huwag kalimutang mag-like, subscribe at i-click ang notification bell para mas maging updated ka pa lalo sa lahat pa ng bagong video na i-upload namin. At eto na nga mga kababayan, matapos tila pilit sabihing peke di umano ang drug war ng dating Pangulong Rodrigo Duterte, mga mambabatas ng House Quad Committee tila nasampal ng katotohanan at tila tinamaan kay Richard Gomez. Matapang nananindigan ang veteran Filipino actor turned to politician at ngayon representative na si Richard Gomez at tila tahasang binasag ang katotohanan na lehitimo o totoo ang kampanyang kontra droga ng dating Pangulong Rodrigo Duterte at ang kanilang lugar mismo sa Leyte ang siyang buhay na patotoo na during Duterte's time ay bumaba ang kriminalidad at halos maubos umano ang adik sa Ormoc City. Tila di makapaniwala at tila nagulantang ang mga ilang buayang mambabatas ng isa-isang isiniwalat na mismo at nanindigan ng representative na si Richard Gomez na bumaba raw ang kriminalidad at halos maubos di umano ang adik sa Ormoc City at kung hindi raw dahil sa kampanyang kontra droga ng dating Pangulong Rodrigo Duterte ay baka raw lalong lumala ang kriminalidad at droga sa nasabing lugar. Ayon pa sa marami sa ating mga kababayan, tila nasampal raw ng katotohanan ng lahat dahil ayon raw mismo kay Richard Gomez, inaccurate o hindi totoo ang ilan sa data na nakuha ng PIDEA dahil ang resulta ng kampanya kontra droga ng Pangulo ay mismong lumabas sa lugar ng Ormoc sa Leyte kung saan tila matapang na nanindigan ang dating mayor ng Ormoc na ngayon representative na si Richard Gomez nang simula ng ipatupad ng dating Pangulong Rodrigo Duterte ang nasabing kampanya kontra droga ay bumaba ang drug cases sa kanilang lugar. At bilang pagpapatunay nga nito ay nakapag-post pa ang kongresista na si Richard Gomez kung saan ay tila tahasang pinasalamatan pa nito ang dating Pangulo sa kanyang effort na maibsan at limasin ng mga durugista sa kanilang lugar at naging mapayapa ang kanilang lungsod. Nang lumabas ang balitang ito ay tila umani naman ng suporta sa mundo ng social media ang kongresista na si Richard Gomez at ayon pa sa kanila, tama yan Kong Richard, doon lang sa totoo dahil mas mamahalin ka ng taong bayan. Mabuhay ka Kong Gomez. Congressman Richard Gomez, you are really a highly qualified congressman kasi you sided always what are correct, truth, right. My salute to you and more power. Go, go, go Kong Goma. Saludo po kami sa'yo, laban lang po tayo. Ano ka ngayon Dan Fernandez? Wala kang maisagot, diba? Tapos yung babasahin mong script, huli ka. Ano ka ngayon? Ha ha ha. Ang malas-malas talaga ng Quadcom niyan. Every time na may lulutuin silang script, may heaven sent para mag-fact check. Go 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 kung Richard Gomez. Hindi lang yan basta gwapo. Matalino at nag-iisip yan. Ganyan talaga ang isang kongres na may patas. Yan si Goma. Mabuhay si Gomez, sa matuwid lang siya. Sa bagong isinasagawang pagdinig ng kongreso ay muling matapang na humarap ang Leyte 4th District Representative Representative na si Richard Gomez sa ikinasang Committee on Public Order and Safety hearing na isinagawa ng Kongreso at dito'y tila tahasang nabuking at tila nasampal ng katotohanan ang data report na ipresenta ni Congressman Dan Fernandez na di umano'y hindi pa validated at kumpirmado. Para sa buong detalye, panoorin ang full video.
The reason why I'm asking this question simply because it has been a question asked also by civilians. Kung 6,000 plus yung incident, there should be 6,000 firearms. Kasi ang rason po ninyo ng laban eh. Di po ba? That is precisely the question ng laban. Kasi according to our reports, there were orders then for the PNP to procure firearms from Cebu, yung gawaan ng Paltic doon sa Danao, para magamit. Para hindi isang firearm yung pinaglilipat-lipat. Okay? Now, on the issue of quota, sabi po ninyo, wala pong quota. Would that be correct? Yun po yung second issue ni Honorable Barbers eh.
Mr. Chair, Your Honor, sir, I will be speaking.
Teka, iya.
Yes,
Ikaw
sir.
ba yung nag-take your oath? Briefing lang? Okay. Well,
Bro, before you proceed, no, the chair would like to acknowledge the presence of Chairman Abante and Congressman Luis. So go ahead, Chairman Akop.
yes, please answer my question, Madam.
Mr. Chair, Your Honor, sir, I will be speaking in my capacity as during the time of the Duterte administration, the drug war, sir, I was the Chief of Police. I could say, in all honesty, sir, there was no quota given to us. Let's say, in a week, dapat meron kang arrest na 5 o may killed ka na. There was no written whatsoever, even verbal instruction to us to come up with a number of arrests in a week's time. However, probably, sir, some of the station who were really at the height of their career, sir, would like to impress their superiors and deliver some accomplishment. Probably, sir, the pressure is really there during that time to deliver accomplishment. But in all honesty, sir, yung quota, sir, there was no specific policy given to us, either written or verbal, sir. At least, sa personal kong experience, sir, as during my time as COP and even my time during provincial director, sir.
Thank you. So you only speak for yourself when you were a Chief of Police. Now, may I know, doon sa implementation ng Oplan Double Barrel, the first aspect is Oplan Tokhang. Hindi ba kasama doon sa pagre-report ninyo, sa accomplishment report, yung mga nagiging Chief of Police or Station Commanders before, ay kailangan may matokhang kayo na number of houses?
That is correct, sir. When we speak, sir, of the number of tokhang conducted, sir, the Chief of Police were required to submit reports. How many houses, how many drug users were visited and undergone tokhang, sir. That I could confirm, sir.
And totoo ba yung kwan na sa isang buwan ay dapat meron kayong 50 households na matokhang?
Sir, during my time, wala, sir, ganun, sir, na dapat. Depende po kasi yun, sir, eh. Kasi, sir, yung magiging subject po, sir, ng house visitation will depend on the number of drug personalities reported by the BADAC. So hindi po talaga yung efforts na i-exert sir ng particular station probably might differ doon sa ibang mas maraming drug personalities. So wala po talagang specific numbers given to us po, sir.
Okay. Granting without accepting your proposition or your statement, is it not also correct na yun po ay basehan ng pagpropromote po ninyo ng inyong mga tauhan?
Like I said, Mr. Chair, Your Honor, earlier, sir, na nandun yung pressure definitely, sir, for the station commanders to deliver accomplishment. So probably, sir, that really triggers the intention to really deliver accomplishment in terms of arrest and probably of some...
So indirectly, nagkakaroon po sa kaisipan ng inyong mga membro, ay nagkakaroon po ng kaisipan na dapat ma-reach ko yung quota. Kasi nagpapasikatan na sila nagpaparamihan. Would that be correct?
Possibly, sir. Possibly, sir.
Possibly. So, Honorable Barbers, that I think answers your two issues raised.
Okay, thank you so much. Kasi hanggang 12:30 lang po talaga tayo. But, meron kasi nga, kaya ko ba bakit tayo hanggang 12:30 lang daw eh. But, sa iyo, Dugo muna.
I would just like, Mr. Chair, to move that in the next hearing, we will invite Representative Pampao, no, from Public Attorney's Office, because basically this committee hearing, no, the objective or the purpose is to give legal assistance, no, doon sa mga kaso ng mga pulis. So we will invite a representative from PAO so that we can ask if at present, no, the PAO can create a special unit for the purpose.
Okay, thank you so much, Congressman Dacook. We'll be inviting the PAO head, no?
DBM, Mr. Chair.
And also what?
DBM, Mr. Chair. Can we
DBM?
DBM here? Para malaman natin kung may...
Oh yeah, okay, we'll be inviting also the DBM. I wanted to show you something before, kung wala na pong iba, I'll be showing lang muna yung isang presentation. Kasi ito, survey to that was conducted by the Policy Studies, Research and Statistics Division of the Dangerous Drugs Board. Ito yung mga, I wanted to show you, ito yung kinonduct na survey. Noong 2004, yung pong Policy Studies, Research and Statistics Division ng Dangerous Drugs, nag-conduct sila noong 2004 ng survey. Ito data to 6.7 million drug users. Noong 2008, the same survey that they conducted, bumaba yung ating drug users, naging 1.7 million drug users na lang. And then suddenly, noong 2015, after so many years, 1.8 drug users. Yan po yung sinabi ni Benjamin Reyes. Siya po ang dating chairman ng DDB. 1.8 million noong 2015, according sa survey na yan. Then, nag-jump siya ng 4 million because this person, si... Benjamin Reyes was issued an order from the former president to be relieved from his position. Dahil mali nga daw yung 1.8 dahil dapat daw 4 million yung drug users. I just wanted to show sa inyo na 2004 to 2008, according to the survey, that's the reason why we will be inviting the Policy Studies, Research and Statistics Division of the Dangerous Drugs Board. Para malaman natin, what is the reason why bumaba yung drug users from 2004 to 2008 from 6.7 to 1.7. Even without the war on drugs that was implemented noong 2016, bumaba naman pala tayo eh.
Mr. Chair.
4 million to justify.
Yes, kaya nga, we wanted to find out what was the reason for this substantial reduction of drug users from 2004 to 2008. Hindi po ako nagsasabi nito ha. Survey po to that was conducted by the Dangerous Drugs Board. So we want to find out ano yung policy that were conducted during the time that lead to substantial reduction of drug users. And why from 2015, it was increased to 4 million drug users. So, yun yung po ating pag-uusapan sa susunod na hearing. Huwag na po natin pag-usapan ngayon because wala na po tayong oras. Pinaalis na po tayo dito. At meron daw, but because wala na po tayong time, we will be accommodating lang Congressman Richard Gomez and kung sino pa po iba, then we will be suspending this hearing. Congressman Richard Gomez, please.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Actually, ngayon ko lang nakita itong data na ito. But initially, ang aking impression dito, Mr. Chair, there is a big possibility that during the time of 2008 and between 2008 and 2015, baka hindi intensified ang pag-raid sa case ng mga drugs. Because in 2016, when the President Duterte sat, there was a strict order na magkaroon ng fight against drugs. So, na-intensify yung laban sa drugs. Kaya maraming nare-report ng mga cases. Kaya tumaas ito. And that's the reason, if I remember right, Mr. Chair, I don't know if that was during the inaugural SONA ni President Duterte or one of his press conference. Sinabi niya na the reason na gusto niyang gawin tong fight against drugs is because the Philippines is already becoming a narco state. Or parang sinabi niya, we are already in a state of narcotics. Parang it's something to that effect. That is why na-intensify yung fight against drugs. And that is isusupport na ako yung sinabi ni General Fajardo na during the time na COP siya, hindi ko alam kung LC tayo nun chairman, talagang yung mga police, inutusan talaga na mag-intensify sa laban sa drugs. And siguro that's the reason kung bakit mataas yung reporting ng year 2016, umabot siya ng 4 million.
Yes. Yun ang ating pong pag-uusapan sa next hearing, no? Yung sudden jump from 1.8 to 4 million. And at the same time, ano yung policy that was implemented from 2004 to 2008 until 2015? Kasi mababa po siya 6.7 tapos naging 1.7 tapos naging 1.8 lang yung mga drug users. And then suddenly nag-jump. So yun po tayo sa next hearing.
Mr. Chair, quick.
Okay, Congressman Luis.
May I just suggest that we invite the focal person of whoever conducted this survey?
Yes.
So we will hear what parameters they considered in conducting and coming out with those figures.
Andito po siya sa PSRSD conducts nationwide household survey. We will be inviting this group. No, under din siya ng dangerous drugs yung survey na yun i-ano natin, i-confirm natin tong validate natin tong nakita natin report sa kanila. Ako, I was really also shock, no? Sabi ko, bakit? From 2004, 6.7 million drug users, biglang bumaba siya, naging 1.7.
Mr. Chair,
Yes, Congressman.
drug users lang ba yan o drug pusher? Drug users.
Ito maliwanag, Chairman Abante. The board has already conducted 2 nationwide surveys under the Public Act 9165 in 2004, which resulted with an estimated 6.7 million drug users, and in 2008, an estimated 1.7 million drug users, respectively, at the time those surveys were conducted. So, we need to invite them para malaman natin.
Pero hindi pa kasama, Mr. Chair, yung drug pushers dyan.
Drug users, nakalagay.
Drug users lang.
Yes. So, para ma-expound natin yung survey na ginawa nila, we'll be inviting them over and bring all those surveys they use para makita natin ano rin ang ginamit nilang parameters, why a sudden drop yung mga millions from 2004 to 2008 We need to find out.
Mr. Chair, di ba yung
Congressman Lito?
Di ba pusher user din?
Hindi natin. Anyway, Kung wala na po tayo, Chairman Parax.
Before we suspend, Mr. Chairman, we may also invite the representative from PDEA and the Dangerous Drugs Board, Mr. Chairman. Okay, Mr. Chairman.
So there's a motion to invite those personalities. Any second the motion? Duly seconded. Any objection?
Second the motion. Can we invite the former PDEA Director General? Kasi mas marami nasasagot yun kaysa kay DG Lasso eh. Kasi yung pag-uusapan natin yun during his time. Sino ba? Si Wilkins?
During this time? During that time, sino ba?
Si Wilkins. Can we invite
Yes, I will be inviting him over as well. Sakino and Wilkins. Yes. Okay, there's a motion to invite those personalities as well. No objection? Right. So, any,
Motion to suspend, Mr. Chairman.
there's a motion to suspend, duly seconded. This hearing is now suspended.
At yun na nga mga kababayan, ano na ang masasabi mo? Kung mayroon kayong hinaingat komento patungkol sa balitang ito, please comment down below. Pag-uusapan natin yan sa comment section. At kung nagustuhan nyo ang video, ay huwag kalimutang mag-like at i-share na din para mas marami pang makaalam at umabot ito sa marami sa ating mga kababayan. Maraming salamat po!